This week brings retrogrades and a Leo moon urging us to slow down, release, and recalibrate. Welcome back to Libra Rising, where guidance from the stars meets reflections for the soul. The week begins on November 9th, when Mercury stations retrograde in Sagittarius. Thoughts, plans, and communications may feel muddled or delayed. Mercury retrograde is always an invitation to review and rethink, especially in fiery Sagittarius, where our beliefs and visions can sometimes outpace the details. On November 11th, Jupiter also stations retrograde in Cancer. Expansion slows, asking us to reconsider what truly nurtures us. Jupiter's retrograde brings humility. Where we've been overreaching, we're asked to pause, retreat, and find balance again. Then, on November 12th, the last quarter moon in Leo shines a light on vitality, pride, and ego. Quarter moons ask for release, and in Leo, that release often comes through letting go of the need for validation or attention. This is a humbling moment to step back, restore energy, and reconnect with what's real. Now, for further insight, let's turn to the tarot. This week's 3-card spread follows the rhythm of the last quarter moon and a threefold theme of release, receive, and remember, guiding us through a cycle of letting go, opening up, and carrying wisdom forward. The card for release shows what is ready to be cleared. Receive reveals what support or insight becomes available once space is made. And remember, offers the lesson meant to stay with us as we move into the next phase. For release, the card that came forward is the Devil reversed. It urges us to drop the chain, to let go of limiting habits, fear loops, or power leaks. Freedom returns when we stop feeding what drains us. For receive, the Wheel of Fortune turns, reminding us that life is cyclical and movement is natural. With space cleared, synchronicities align. Say yes to what's flowing toward you now. For remember, the Page of Cups appears, inviting us to keep our hearts soft. Curiosity, play, and beginner's grace are our compass, while we revise, rest, and reroute. Together, these cards reflect a journey of release, openness, and renewal. They show that letting go creates space for destiny, and that wonder keeps us receptive to what's next. Now, I'd like to share my own personal reflections from a highly sensitive soul. Mercury retrogrades always invite me to take a step back and reflect on my trajectory. Though my rising and moon signs are both in Libra, my sun sign is in Mercury-ruled Gemini, so Mercury retrogrades tend to land close to home. Within this Scorpio season's broader theme of honoring boundaries, I feel called to set limits around the overthinking and overanalysis of my detail-oriented Gemini-ruled mind. This aligns perfectly with the message from the Devil card reversed, asking me to let go of that which drains me. Jupiter's retrograde in Cancer adds another layer, reminding me that retreat and nurturing aren't signs of weakness, but medicine for the nervous system. So this week, rest and heart-centered restoration are at the top of my to-do list. If you'd like to take this reflection deeper, here are a few questions for journaling or meditation. First, where am I clinging too tightly to control or certainty? And what part of me is asking for genuine rest and humility this week? As an anchor to ground and recenter, carry this mantra. I let go of fear that pausing means failure, and hold faith that stillness restores my strength. Thank you for joining me for this week's Libra Rising forecast. If this reading resonated, I'd love to hear how these energies are moving through your life. Share your reflections in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next week as we continue the journey. Until then, may you release what binds, may you receive what aligns, and may you remember what is true. See you next week.